Hello, welcome to Life with Erica. I finally have the house to myself without everyone. It's just me and Eric. So I felt, this is the perfect time where I could kind of do a get ready with me, even though I'm not going nowhere. And I don't know what all I grabbed. I did like a little mini. I have a few things I bought at the dollar store. Okay. It is Saturday, May 18th. And the last few weeks have been hard, so my brain is a little off. I noticed it yesterday. It's just been hard. As y'all know, my niece and them are here. Having other people in your house is a little difficult. I'm using I'm not sure if I'll put anything underneath. So I'm using the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I love this because I feel it soaking into my skin. Let me go ahead and before I start talking, I'll show you the things I got at Ulta. I don't know what I did with some of this because I thought I had others. I saw this Buttermelt blush and I thought it's by NYX, right? And I thought I got a color I would wear. We're going to try it. I put it on my hand. It might end up being my niece's, but it was a lot lighter on the picture. I think it was the lightest one. But like, look, watch, I'll take this brush. Let me see. Maybe with the blush brush it'll work better. But swatching it, it's so dark and it don't go nowhere. It's still on my finger. So I got that one, and it's called For the Butter. Has like a Kool-Aid smell to it, I just realized. And then I got the other one. I got the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in a light color that I believe when I swatched this, it was too light. Oh, nope, it's good. So I have that. And it has a little bit of a smell to it, but not much. There was this deal going on that you buy $25 worth of ColourPop stuff and you get the Smoke and Roses palette for free, which is $35. So I was like, you know what, $25, I get $10 and I get more products than if I would have bought it myself. That's the kind of stuff I like to buy. So I got this So Juicy lip liner by ColourPop in the color Crop Chat. Oh, Group Chat. Okay. And we're gonna, looks like that. It's a little darker than I thought it was. It says So Juicy, and I don't know. It says Plumping Lip Liner. So I'm going to put it on and see if it gets any, like if it starts warming up. So then I saw this, and that's what actually made me go ahead and get the deal, because I didn't know this one existed. I've been a bad beauty YouTuber, but since I have branched out to where I'm not doing just beauty, I hope you forgive me. But this ColourPop palette, Cloud 9, these colors just automatically had me. Look at that. They are so gorgeous. I'm trying to swatch some of the shimmers that caught my attention the most. Like, look at those colors. Those are so gorgeous. Yeah, there's a little warmth to this coming up. Okay, so I had to get this. So then I had this. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in a giveaway because, like, do I really need a huge ColourPop palette when I have a whole bunch of other ColourPop palettes? So I haven't swatched it or nothing. I'm trying to hold it with but it looks like this. I may put it in the giveaway. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let me know what y'all think on the bottom. I think I'll probably put it in the giveaway because even if I don't have color pop shades of shade color, I have a ton of other palettes, which is where I'm at. That is exactly where I'm at. I'm at the part where in life where I'm like, you know what? I have those colors. But something about this Cloud 9 palette got me. I was like, okay. I only spent like 40 bucks that day. But I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in the giveaway. And the giveaway is going to come in the next couple of weeks. I'm probably going to have my niece in that video. I don't know. Today I just had just me and Eric here. So I'm going to use the Cloud 9 palette and the blush and the bronzer. And obviously the lip liner. That is pretty much, it's definitely kicking. Okay. So we're going to use this. This is one of my favorite hydrating tinted hydrators. It's the Urban Decay Hydromaniac. I like this one, and there was a drugstore one I like. I think it was Wet n Wild. But I haven't tried the e.l.f. one. So we're just going to put a little bit of this on here. Where's mine? The cat's been everywhere. Okay, so everybody says I look stressed that saw me yesterday. Since the day before we went to go get my niece and her family, my ex-sister-in-law and everything, we're sitting on the couch about 7 something and someone calls. And Jason's like, really? You know, and he's talking. A really good friend of Jason's and mine, and like basically an uncle to Eric, passed away at his house, and he was found that Friday. He had health problems, and he was always putting off going to the doctor. So, I mean, we did know it was coming. We just didn't. We didn't want it to come, and we didn't expect it to be so soon. Does that make sense? Ow. My face looks so white, probably because I've been outside, even though we have no sun lately. We barely have sun. Like right now we have sun, and I'm not holding my breath. I feel like it's going to go away. He had passed away, so they had to take care of all his stuff. His sister lives in Livingston, which is where it is flooding still. Still flooding, still letting water out at the dam. Oh. So it's doing its thing, and so she had to wait to be able to get out. She was finally able to get here. They were able to get all the important documents, move everything. There's a car that's now at my house that's going to go to my sister-in-law because hers is underwater. His sister wanted it to go to someone who needed it, because it was her dad's car, and then it was her brother's car, and now it'll be a car to get my niece around. So when they move out. And Jason's truck was returned. He had an older truck that his friend was driving because it had AC. So it's here. So now my yard's full of vehicles. But so that was all that. That's been a little rough. They still can't do any kind of funeral service because his sister's stuck behind water. Like it rained Thursday, and it flooded again, made it worse again. She said it was worse than it was the first time. So there we are with that one, right? Then, you know, we have our days where everything's great, fine, dandy here. Then we have our days where you can tell that there's extra people living in your house and you just want a minute to breathe. this week was one of those weeks where we're sitting here, everything's like, we feel like, okay, we're finally coming over the edge, everything's gonna be fine, we could get back to normal soon. He's got a job, they're looking for a place, we'll have our house back. Then the AC breaks. I forget what happened. I think it was 11 o'clock at night, and I noticed the AC was just steadily going, and I'm like, what in the world? It should have clicked off. And I went out in the hallway, and it said it was 70, and I'm like, that should have clicked off. And I felt the air coming out of the vent, and it wasn't cold. I mean, this bronzer seems like it's trying. See how dark it is? I think I got the wrong color. I'm going to use the back of that palette. So, I went outside with my little phone flashlight. If you've been outside with just your phone in the middle of the night trying to figure out what's going on at your house, you know what I'm talking about. And I get there, and the fan's not moving, but the AC in the house was gone. So I was like, oh crap. So, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I could smell something that's hot. So I went and got the hose, and I sprayed it, and steam come pouring out. I was like, okay. So I came in here and I shut off the AC unit, told Jason AC was out. He said, are you sure? I was like, well, it was acting like it. So I went outside, checked it. I ended up turning it on to see if it would work right, if it would kick on the fan. So we got through that night. The next day, we drove all the way to Jasper to get AC units from my mom. The AC guy came and said it was the fan motor was out. And that day, Jason's friend, the AC guy, he doesn't do service work anymore. He does like big companies and stuff like that. Service work. He doesn't do like houses anymore. He came and looked at it. He said, yeah, you need a new fan blade, a fan motor or something. And I'm like, okay. So we called a couple places, and it's a Carrier, and Carrier will not sell to the homeowner. Which is funny because I could order the part on another company. So we had to call an actual company to come look at it. I knew this was going to be a little harsh. We had to call a company to come look at it. Jason's friend had another friend. Anyways, it cost us $700. Yesterday, they came the next day on the afternoon. We had, okay, I missed a part. Oh, we put the window units in the windows. The one in the front didn't want to cool that well, which I think I figured that out because I found out they had lowered the window unit, the ceiling fan, which I always have the ceiling fan so the AC don't have to work so hard. Then the one in Jason's room worked fine. We put the one in mine and Eric's room because it's a long story. We put the one in that window, and the minute the compressor popped on, it shut off. So then we had to go out back and get the roll around one that goes in the house, and the little vent goes out the window. And then it was fine. So we had some AC. We had sandwiches for that night, or the next night we had sandwiches because I wasn't sure the AC would have been fixed, and I wasn't going to try to cook like I did the night before. And yeah. So then yesterday I'm trying to clean up after a storm because if you've watched the news, Houston and our area got a huge smack. Houston, I think some parts of Houston still don't have electricity because power lines were twisted and all kinds of stuff. So prayers for them. Okay, it's time for the foundation. I'm going to use this palette now. I'm going to first go into, should I try to swatch this? Let's go ahead and swatch it. Droplets, All Fluff, Pure Bliss. Ooh. So droplets, all fluff, pure bliss, and that is Look Up. I think this is a really nice cool tone palette. We got Cloud, Waltelin, Totally Serious. Okay. Maze Dew. I think it's hard to read this the way they have the lettering. And then Perfect Day. So we'll put it here. There's Cloud Watchin'. Totally Serious, like the serious clouds. Okay, Make Do. And Perfect Day. When you're trying to read it. Okay, and the last ones I'm just gonna. Okay. Steal My Thunder. CC. Ecstatic. And Stormy Slices. Okay. So Steal My Thunder. Hold on. Let's do it here. Steal My Thunder. CC. Ecstatic. And then like a sequin color. That's what I call it. Because it reminds me of the sequins from Tati. Alright, so. It was still. Yeah, it's still. Looks darker here than it does there. Okay. We're going to go into Perfect Day for the transition shade. I'm using a Moda brush because I just grabbed it. And you know what's funny? I'm not going anywhere. I'm just doing this to talk to y'all because I just feel like I need to. Okay, so I'm going outside yesterday to clean the yard because we had a horrible storm. So I'm putting the floats. I let the chickens out of their coop. I put all the floats back in the pool, and I heard something humming. And I'm like, the AC don't kick on this early. Because it stays pretty cool in this house until midday, and then it starts kicking on. So I went over there, and the fan was just going. I'm like, maybe it's like low moving, like. So I go in the house, and I'm like, okay, it's not on. Why is it moving? So I take my phone, I take a video, and I message Jason. And I said, I don't know if this is a new thing, if it's supposed to move like this, but AC's not on and the fan is moving. So he got messaged that to his friend that had fixed it. And I don't know what was said there. Jason said to shut it off so it doesn't mess up. My stepdad said get the AC to kick on so that we could see if it moves faster. It didn't move much faster, but it started being really hot. So I pulled the breaker that's outside to shut it off. And then I came in here and shut it off in here and turned the window units on before it got too hot. Preemptive strike. Because it was 80 in here almost at 10 o'clock at night the night before. So I was like, alright. So the other guy, I don't know what happened. I don't know what he said. Jason also got a hold of his buddy. His buddy said he'd be by because he had errands to run. He came and looked, and they had wired something incorrectly. Put wires where they shouldn't have put it, and it was going to burn the compressor. So he fixed it. So everything's fine now. Knock on wood. Oh, that shade was the CC shade. So we have the AC figured out. I'm trying to believe in it, and I took the window units out this morning. And I'm trying not to breathe bad luck. Remember the taxes I talked about a while back? And that they were going to back bill us? Because they didn't have their people trained correctly 7 years ago? To let us know how to put the house in Jason's name? That bill came They want $5,000 by the 31st. I'm trying to figure out, if you're not rich, who has $5,000 sitting around? Because we don't. So Jason's trying to figure out, if we pay it by July 31st, it's $6,000. So he's going to see if he could get a loan to finish paying the house off from his parents' name through his company, his bank. And then when he does that, he's going to get the money. Like, he wants to borrow like around $15,000-$20,000. Finish paying the house off, pay the taxes off, and the car's paid off, which is funny because we looked at the thing Thursday and like, oh wow, the car's gonna be paid off this month. So we're all excited, like, yay, a bill down. And then, here, take this tax bill. And they said they could give us payments. Something tells me it's gonna be just as much as a car payment. Okay, I'm not 100% sure which one I want to use, but I'm going to go ahead and use Pure Bliss on the first row because something about that color just seems like it's perfect for sitting around the house. Because it's not going to make it too intense or anything else. It's just a nice little shade. So, that was fun, you know. And I know that things could be worse. And I am blessed that we even have a home. Because, like my niece, they have it. It's still there. His mom is still there. But it's enough to where they lived in a trailer right on the water. It's just, if you've ever had a house flood, you know. Plywood floors, electrical, everything will have to be more than likely fixed, replaced to a point. So there's that. So they found out that most of their stuff that was outside in a storage unit is gone. Wow, look at that. So there's a lot of loss and everything else going on. People in Houston may not have electricity for weeks. I'm going to use this Maybelline Quest of Honor lipstick. I love the way it smells, like birthday cake. I thought it would match a little better. And then we're going to use some setting spray. This is the Master Fix by Maybelline. That totally saturated my face. So today I called Jason and he was like, oh, I thought you were calling more bad news. I'm like, no, don't breathe that into existence. We don't need any of that. We're just going to stay blessed and pray and hope that everything starts to smooth out again. Because there's just too much. And I know, like I said, I know we're blessed, but sometimes it piles and piles and piles. And it's just too much. And I know there's also something else I'm about to start doing that I discussed with Jason. I am going to what's it called? Freedom management type thing. Freedom financial. I'm going to use this roller ball. I'm going to take all my credit cards and put them into a thing where I can start just lump sum paying off. And be done with it. Hopefully be debt free in a couple of years. I'm just tired of paying only the interest. We want to move to the country. We want to have, I've been listening a lot to that podcast, Farmhouse on Boone. And if I need something like makeup, I'll save the money and go get it, right? I want to be debt free. I want to be less, because there's no way you're ever going to be stress free. That's always going to happen. but I would like to have less of it if I can. You know what I mean? So I'm going to start that journey. So we'll see how that goes. So y'all will see it firsthand, which is nice, I'm sure. And I'm going to start looking into, I'm going to check the camera I have. I want to do a little more vlogging. I know I'm trying to get Eric to wear clothes. That would make life of a vlogger so much easier. I do like this lip liner. The blush, I may have to look and see if they have a lighter color. The bronzer is a little off. The palette was great. Overall, I kind of like the way this looks. But I think I mostly just wanted to talk to y'all. The giveaway is coming up soon. The way it dried down, it looked a little odd. But yeah, I also want to tell y'all that sometimes everything looks really dark and you don't see a way out. Just remember that there is people, I know at the time, trust me, because yesterday I was so stressed out. Just remember that literally there's people out there that have it worse. And as long as you have a roof over your head and you have food in your stomach, it may not be the healthiest or the best, but it's something, then you're doing better than other people. That's what I'm having to do. I'm having to remember that daily right now because I'm used to my little life being what it is, and it just feels like we're getting like a little cat is just sitting there going playing like a little ball with us right now. So yeah, I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you had a great Mother's Day. I think I forgot to say Happy Mother's Day, so Happy Mother's Day, and I will talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.